Thanks for joining us today. My name is Camber Moulton, and I am one of the Saltillo Assistive Technology Consultants. I cover Oklahoma, Arkansas, and any of the open territories, which includes 10 states. So if you're in one of those states, I'd love to meet you and work with you in the future. For anybody else, anywhere else, I can show you at the end of this session how to get in touch with your local consultant. A few housekeeping tips. Depending on if you're using a Windows or Mac version or the web version of GoToTraining, you'll see the control panel. You can click the orange arrow to maximize or minimize that. Everyone right now is muted for sake of this feedback, and we are recording this. You will find materials in the materials section. You're going to want to make sure that you download those because we're going to use them towards the end. They'll also be included in the follow-up email after this session. And then lastly, if you have questions, there is a chat window on that toolbar. Go ahead and type anything. We have Kim Gallant is helping us today, so she'll be keeping an eye on that and let me know if there's any questions. There's a couple times that we'll break and stop for questions, but please let me know if you have any questions and I'll try to get those answered for you. All right, for those of you that are requesting ASHA CEUs through the registry, a couple things you need to make sure that you get your form completed within 15 days and include the training date. So today's date is what the date you'll put on your form for that. There are instructions and the forms are in the material sections that you can download. And GoToTraining timestamps your entry and exit. So you must stay online the entire time to receive credit. And let's look at that ASHA form real quick. Those purple areas are the ones that you're going to want to complete. And again, just make sure that that completion date is today's date, the day of the training. That's how we keep track of the different forms that come in. A few disclosures about me. Financially, I am an employee owner of the Saltillo Corporation. And also I am a member of ASHA and ASHA SIG 12. So I mentioned the handouts. In the material section on that toolbar, you'll see that there are several things for you to download. The ASHA CEU participation form. If you're using the registry, there's a couple of documents on how to print pages and button capture using those things. And then the real gem are the make and take templates that are there. So there's going to be 4 of those, and we'll talk about those during the session today. So a little bit about you. Kim's going to put up a poll for us. I just want to know who's here today. It'll give me some help while we're talking about some of the things that we'll do with ChatEditor. So it'll be a screen that pops up that says if you're an SLP, an SLPA, maybe you're a teacher or a parent, or if something else that's not on there, if you'll just go ahead and type that in. While that is working, I just want to say that I'm super excited about doing this presentation in particular. I love the ChatEditor and all the things that you can make, and it's really great for the pediatric population, so you're going to see a lot of that, but I do think it's can be very helpful with the adult population as well. This is one of those trainings that's just super fun, and what's great about it is that at the end, you'll actually have something that you could go and use in your very next session. So you'll have it, you can use it tomorrow, use it today, things that you can utilize right away. There we go. Okay, so it looks like most of you, 83% speech paths, a couple of parents. So a little just about me. I am a speech language pathologist and have been for a bit. I was born and raised in Oklahoma and went to OU for both of my undergraduate and graduate degrees. My husband and I both, we live in Edmond with one son. He keeps us very busy. And I have been with Saltillo since December. So why are we here? Mostly here to support our clients, support our patients, our children, whoever it is that you are thinking about with your AAC and ChatEditor, to save time because we all know there's not enough hours in the day, and then hopefully to have a little bit of fun while we're at it. If you can't have fun, what can you have, right? ChatEditor is just one of those tools that I think can be utilized in so many different ways, but most importantly, thinking about supporting our clients, supporting our patients. A little bit more about that 8 out of 10 reasons for device abandonment when individuals stop using their device. The reasons go back to support or those communication partners. So anything that we can use to support communication partners for our users is going to be worthwhile. And creating visual supports, which is what we can do with ChatEditor, is one way to do this. So we all need help remembering how to model, remembering what words we're using, teachers, parents, students, peers, siblings. So using visual prompts helps us. We all use visual supports every day. Just think about all the different things that we gather with those visual supports. Most of them are adaptable, used in all kinds of different situations. And oftentimes we don't really even think about that we use them. So like Google Maps, I have sticky notes all over my desk. I have lists to make lists. We use those visual reminders all the time. The example I love the most is when you walk into a restaurant that may not have the name, it may not have men or women on the restrooms, and I never know which one to go into. And I pray that they always have the symbol, so I know that the lady with the dress is the women's restroom and I don't walk into the wrong one. So you all probably use visual supports every day with your students. So thinking about that, what are the things that you use? Probably you use visual schedules or choice boards. You probably have classroom labels around your classrooms, maybe other symbol software that you could use. One thing that we don't think about as often when we think about visual supports that we can highlight buttons on our dynamic display devices or hide buttons. We can give a visual support of maybe enlarging the border of a button. So those again are all visual supports that we use. And we're going to focus on that again, primarily thinking about those communication partners and supporting them. And so any tool that we make that can help that will help our AAC users in the end. So today's agenda, we're going to just review ChatEditor. We're going to talk about configurations and how to open the vocabulary. We're going to talk about printing pages. And then the really fun part, using the capture tool to create button sequences, to create all kinds of things. And then we're going to give you those make and take templates. I'll walk you through each of those. There's some creations that we have made here at Saltillo, and maybe that will spur some ideas that you have that you can use with your individuals. So some of you may have already attended the webinar on ChatEditor a few weeks ago. If you haven't played with ChatEditor much, I would recommend going back. We have all of our webinars recorded on our website or on our YouTube channel. So go back and look at that if you need a refresher, but we'll do a little bit today. So ChatEditor, what is it? It is our free companion software that is available for your PCs. It supports all of our Saltillo devices and NovaChat, ChatFusion, our TouchChat app, TouchChat Express, all of those vocabularies. It runs, like I said, only on PCs, so we do not have a Mac version. Go phone a friend if you only have Macs. Find a computer, find a friend that has a PC that you can borrow. But again, it's available for free. It's this really amazing tool and you get it for free. I just love that. So you can get it a couple different ways. It is both available on both of our websites for download, saltillo.com and touchchatapp.com. You simply just go under products and there's ChatEditor and you're going to want to download it. On the TouchChat app, it's under accessories. Also, if any device that's shipped from our company comes with a CD with that with a ChatEditor on it. We also have updates every once in a while, and you would find those updates on our website there too. All right, so what can we do with ChatEditor? Probably the most important, well, they're all important, but you can transfer vocabularies from your device to your computer. So you could have a backup, save it on your computer, transfer it from device to device. It's just really great for that. One of the really fun things that we can do is put it on your computer and up on a smartboard in a classroom so that the entire classroom can interact with our vocabularies. So you can see that there in that second picture. He's just activating it. Another fun thing to do is to customize it. And what I love about the customized portion of it is that as service providers, we can customize, edit, our individuals' vocabularies, make changes without taking their device. So we can do it on our computer, in non-teaching times where we have that time to do it, and then transfer it back to their device without ever having to take the device for an extended period of time. And then today we're going to focus on the creation part of it. So the super fun part of creating different things using the symbol supports. So let's get started. We're going to talk first about creating a configuration and opening the vocabulary file. If you have a user that's using a Saltillo device and you already have their vocabulary, that's fine. But we're going to walk through today so that we're kind of all on the same page. I'm going to change so that you can see back and forth on the PowerPoint in my chat editor. So let me change that here. If you haven't already, you're going to want to go and open your chat editor. So I'm going to open up my chat editor. When you open chat editor, one of two things will start. You'll see that there's your icon on your desktop. One of two things will happen. You will either open directly to the program like mine did, or you might open up this create a new configuration. If you do not see create a new configuration, you're going to want to do this. Go to settings, down to configuration, and switch configuration. And then you'll see that configuration there part. Real quick, I'm going to talk about, here we go, let's do that together. Okay, so together we will create a configuration first, and then I'll talk about transferring. So if you'll go to, again, settings, create new configuration, click OK. And here together, let's do this. Select NovaChat, ChatFusion, click OK. Select English, OK. We're going to be using symbol sticks, and symbol sticks comes as the default. So everybody should have symbol sticks. We'll talk about PCS symbols here in a second. Click OK. And then you're going to enter a name for this. I'm just going to type in guest. You can type in your name, your individual's name. I'm going to click OK. All right. So since ChatEditor can be used with all of the Saltillo devices and the TouchChat application, there are different symbol sets that go with each of those in a variety of languages, maybe English or Spanish. As such, creating that configuration helps you narrow it down to those things that your individual needs. So if we're all using the same thing, then it's easier, or if you have maybe a couple different students in your classroom using different symbols, maybe different languages, you can create configurations to go with each of those students. All right, and why do I need that? Again, when I think about configuration, I think about the language, the symbol supports, the vocabulary. If I created a page in Chat Editor using the PCS symbols, and then I transfer it to a NovaChat that does not have PCS symbols, those symbols will not be there, and I will just have the text. So you just want to make sure, save yourself the headache of creating and doing things that aren't going to match your device. And so thinking about PCS symbols, I just want to make it clear that if you have a device that has PCS symbols, as soon as you connect that to your computer into your chat editor, those PCS symbols will be there. So if you've got that on a device, they will be on your chat editor once you connect it to the computer. Okay, so again, the configurations, thinking about, you need that for which device you're using, which language you're using, and the symbols that you're using. So that's why we need configurations. The next step is to get into the vocabulary you want to use to create those supports. So you have two choices. You can transfer and then open your client's personalized vocabulary from their device, or you can use the default, the one that matches what they're using. So it sort of depends. If you've made a bunch of customizations on the device, then you're going to probably want to transfer that and use theirs. And I'm going to show you real quick in a couple of videos how to transfer those vocabularies to your chat editor. On our update 2.15, we are now able to transfer using a USB drive. These are what we call our superhero USB drives you'll see on the video. One side is the mini USB and the other is the regular USB that goes in the computer. So you can just transfer it easily using that flash drive. So let's watch this video.
Let's look at the process for transferring a customized file using a USB drive. So this is the brand new USB transfer superhero drive. One end is a USB connect, the other a micro connection. We'll use this end to plug into the device. So let's look at where we plug in. In the same spot that you plug to charge, you'll plug your micro USB. Make sure you have a nice, snug fit. Once it's plugged in, you'll hit the menu button, library, menu button again, and you'll select import export. Now, depending on the device you're using, this screen that pops up might look a little different. I'm using the NovaChat 8.3. I'll just make sure that the USB disk is selected and hit select down at the bottom. You can see that I have 2 customized files on the device and 0 in the backup folder. I'll want to transfer one of these files to the backup folder to then transfer to ChatEditor. So I'll select the file I'd like to transfer, select to backup, give it a moment, and then you'll see that that file has been transferred to the backup folder. It's as easy as that. Now I can hit the back arrow 2 times to get back to my home screen and unplug the superhero drive from the device. Now I'm going to head over to my computer to transfer it into ChatEditor. Now I can take my USB drive, flip it so that the USB port is out, and I'm going to plug it into my laptop. I have already launched ChatEditor, so it will be ready and open for transfer. Depending on your computer, you might already automatically launch your File Explorer. If not, go into your Windows computer and find your File Explorer. You can do this simply by typing in the bottom bar, File Explorer, and open. Now, I'm going to find the USB disk and click on it. And I'll see that my customized file that is on the USB drive is showing. There are a number of ways that I can transfer this into ChatEditor. One, I can drag and drop it into the ChatEditor import folder, or I can simply highlight and drag and drop it over the ChatEditor home screen. I release to drop. Now I can close my File Explorer, and I'm going to import this file into my ChatEditor. Now, to find this file, I'll go to Library, My Resources, find the file I want to open, and click Open. And it's as easy as that. Now, once you have customized or transferred this customized file, make sure you safely remove the USB drive from your computer. You'll want to make sure to eject it. And now you can safely remove your superhero drive from your computer. It's as easy as that.
Okay, easy as that. I love it. So that is transferring from the NovaChat or the ChatFusion to ChatEditor. If you are using our TouchChat Express or the TouchChat app, there are a couple different ways to transfer your vocabulary files. You can use it using iTunes or iShare. You can also use AirDrop when you're transferring from iPad to iPad. There are video tutorials available for all of those methods online. but I'm going to show you how to use iTunes to do that on this video. I'm going to talk through this video. So first you're going to want to launch the TouchChat app on your iPad and launch iTunes on your computer. Using a USB cable, connect the iPad to your computer, the cable that came with it. And once you've done this, you should see a small tablet icon appear in the menu bar right there. You're going to turn the iPad on, select vocabulary, choose new vocab, menu, and then you'll see import, export. You're going to export to iTunes. Select that vocabulary you want to export and tap save. Then the file begins to save to iTunes. So then next in iTunes, you're going to click on the small tablet icon on the menu bar. You're going to select apps under file sharing and scroll till you see TouchChat and select it. And you should see the file that's been exported. You're going to select it, and then at the bottom you'll see save. You're going to save it to another location, maybe your desktop, and from there you can import it into ChatEditor. You can attach it to an email and send it maybe to a parent or a different teacher. Once you've set that location, you can select save, and now you've successfully transferred your file from TouchChat. So you can do that from a locked TouchChat Express device too, using iTunes. So that's transferring. So you're going to want to do that if you have made lots of customizations on your individual's vocabulary. So we're going to go ahead and open a vocabulary file. I'm going to switch over to my ChatEditor and go back and forth from this point. So I'm hoping you can see all of that. So there are steps to open a default vocabulary. That's your go to the library, and then English. If you imported a vocabulary, they're going to show up here. So these are different vocabularies that I've imported under my resources. But for all of us, let's go to English, symbol sticks. Let's all open the same vocabulary. We're going to go down to Word Power. And I want you to click on Word Power 60 Basic. And here's the opportunity to open that. And that is what mine is. So it should look like, your screen should look like mine. Okay, so the first thing that we'll learn to create is simply printing pages from the ChatEditor. This is a great tool just to print maybe the home page to serve as a low-tech backup, maybe at the swimming pool this summer, or if you wanted something in the bathtub. Sometimes they're just handy to have for modeling purposes around the classroom. So just printing that full screen there. We have some low-tech boards already created from Saltillo. You might already have some of those, and there's a time when you can go and print those. You may want to print your own if you've made, again, customizations. You can simply do that by printing the pages. You could use the snipping tool on a Windows device or maybe screen capture on the Mac. So that's available to do, but I'll show you how to do it here in a second. So that's where those are on our website. So thinking about what pages might be good to print. I love to print the social pages. So some of those maybe already, again, that home page. There is the home page that you would maybe want to print. You could maybe print off 2 copies of the home page and laminate one and cut out the others so that you could remove them from the main board. So here's an example of that. One of our other consultants where they created removable icons from a Flipboard that's available on our website so that you could have the board and then use those icons to maybe show them to a communication partner or have children to match them. It's a really cool idea. So some of the boards that are already built in that you could print off are the Tell Me More curriculum that Carol Zangari's created. We have a really great webinar on our website that she did for Saltillo, telling more about that. But you can get those, you can navigate that from, I'm going to show you on the ChatEditor here, from groups, and then tools for word power. And if I go to that manual communication board, there are the Tell Me boards, and some of them have some buttons hidden, and then there are the boards with all the words. So those are already built in there, and you could just go and print that. And here is a really fun idea that a consultant shared. They took the Tell Me board and made it really large and taped it to the floor, and they used it as a beanbag toss. On the Tell Me curriculum, there's core words that go with every topic, and so they use that throughout the lessons. So just use your imagination and try something new and different and have core words all over the place. Another really great page that might be great for printing is our early books page. These are in our WordPower 42 and WordPower 60 basics. And those are, if I go through, navigate through groups and reading and early books. And these are books that we all have on our shelves. Brown Bear, I Went Walking, Big Green Monster. So those would be fun books, fun pages maybe to print. Here's a version of Brown Bear. How great would it be to print that out and have it with the book in the library so that everybody could use it? There's another version of Brown Bear I'll show you there that has the colors. And then maybe printing those noun pages that have some core. So the art pages are a really great one when things are messy and we may not want to have our devices out. We could have some low-tech boards there. It might be give a chance for your peers to model during the play activities. So the art's a really good one when we have sticky fingers. I also really think that, like I said, the social pages would be fun to have. Maybe tape that to the wall by the door when we come in. We have all of those words that we could just say. And then maybe those personal ones, we could have our information, put that in a notebook, our journal notebook, so we would have all of those things. All right, so I'll show you real quick how to print pages. First, I want to show you, though, if you'll see on my chat editor, those little arrows in the top right, and those are there to indicate that the page will change on the display. But since we're not really going to be using this for that, they may be distracting when I print them. So I'm going to show you how to take those off. If you'll go to Settings, and then go down to Style and Button Style. And right there, those are called navigation icons. If you'll just click on the No Show and OK, those icons go away and you get a much cleaner button. I'm going to leave them off for now, but you can feel free to go back in and put them on if you want to. So this information is on your handout, but here's how you print your pages. You simply go to Settings, Print Pages, and here you can select the pages you want. So I can select the home page, and maybe I want to select that art page as well, art. And then I hit Print Pages, and my printer pops up. And I typically would want to print this in landscape since that's the way that I have my orientation. And just click OK. I'm not going to do it right now. It's as easy as that. You can print more than one page at a time. And now thinking about how do I know what page, what's the title of one page? You saw that big long list there. So in order to do that, you just go into edit mode. Right there, you'll see edit mode. And it's just telling me that this is an original and I need to make a copy. It doesn't want you to make any edits to the default. So then that way you always have that clean one. So sure, I just say WordPower basic copy, save that. Oh, I already have a copy. Let's do copy 3. Okay, so now when I go into edit mode, you can see I'm in edit mode. I have that red lines around my buttons. Up here at the top, basic 60 homepage. Maybe I want to find out what, maybe I want to print the animal page. Oh, or the new sensory page. That's a new update. I'm going to go to the sensory page. And maybe I want that in my sensory room. I know right here at the top, that's the page I want to print. So now I know the title of it. And I can simply just go to Settings, Print Pages, and then go on down to Sensory right there. And it'll tell me that's the page I'm on. And just hit print. Any questions so far? I'm going to give you guys a minute, maybe not a full minute, but some time here to think about that. If there's any questions about printing pages, configurations. Okay, I don't see any questions. Again, if you have any come up, just go ahead and type them into that chat window. So printing pages is awesome, but what if I just want a few symbols? Maybe I want to add some symbol supports to a book or around the room. So this, using the capture tool, is how we're going to do that. Again, there are handouts in the material section. So this feature is probably my most favorite thing. It allows you to create all kinds of materials. You can cut and paste button sequences into almost any software, so Word, PowerPoint, those kinds of things. You can see here it's created a PowerPoint book about feelings, which I'll show you how to do that. Kind of a cheat sheet for maybe a communication partner with some symbols on the different core words maybe that they're using in the week, and then also for labels in the classroom. All right, to use the capture tool, you simply just select capture and then make your sentence sequence, whichever buttons you want, and then copy that button sequence, and it will go away from that capture toolbar and then paste it in a document. I'm going to open up my Word document so we can see it all. All right. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to open capture. I'm going to move it down so you can see it. And then I have that capture selection is clicked. And I'm going to do I love to read. Copy that to clipboard, go over to my Word document and paste. And there you have it. Just as easy as that. So looking at the capture tool real fast, obviously exit gets you out of capture mode. Copy to clipboard. This clears the section in this toolbar, and then capture selections. This is a very great tool to capture selections because there is not a word finder tool in ChatEditor like there is on our devices. So I might want to turn that off and on if maybe I'm trying to find out where the icon is that I'm looking for. So let's just say I do, I want to go, and then I don't know where I want to go. So maybe I pop off that capture selections and then go to places and go, is it on here? Let's see, maybe, oh yeah, let's see, I want to go to the merry-go-round. So then I'm going to go back home, put capture selections back on, then I would go places, over, merry-go-round. I can copy that to clipboard, over to my Word document, and paste. Oftentimes when I'm using the capture tool, I will have a device out in front of me because I have an extra device and I'm doing my word finding as I go. So a few more things about the capture tool. It will hold up to 7 buttons down here. So let's just put in a bunch of foods. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't have capture selections on. I was going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Full size 7. I can add more, they just get smaller. And then, so copy to clipboard, move that over here. And paste, and see, it's really small. I can adjust it, but I'm going to run out of paper space. One other thing that you need to know is it copies it all as one picture. So if I wanted to separate these and manipulate them differently, I would have to do them separately. So they are high resolution images. So again, you can make them really big if you're showing them on a board. If you're printing out a big poster, they're still going to be really high quality. Okay, so I want you to have a chance to try this using the capture tool. So I would like for you to open up a Word document as you have your ChatEditor open, and let's just try a couple together. All right, so I'm going to X this. Again, go to the capture, and you'll get that toolbar. I'm going to move mine down so I can see. And let's just try some of these together. Let's do I like that. And make sure I have capture selection on. I like that. I'm going to copy to the clipboard, go over to my Word document, and paste. I like that. Okay. And then you can manipulate that around in your Word document just like you do other things. Let's try tell me more. Tell me more. copy to clipboard, over to my Word document, and paste. How about you come back? You come back. Copy to clipboard. Oops. Did you see what I did there? I got clear in my selection. So make sure if you clear your board, maybe I'm going to clear my toolbar as well. All right, let's do put in. Put in. Copy to clipboard and paste. There's two more. How about go away? Copy to clipboard, paste, and the last one is open it. Open it. Copy to clipboard. I'm going to just put this one next to it so you can see it. There we go. So hopefully you felt comfortable using that capture tool. Inevitably, every time I start thinking about all the different vocabulary options I have, I think about new activities that I can make for therapy. The capture tool is just really, really fantastic. All right, so we have the make and take portion of the webinar. There are four activities that I'm going to walk you through and show you. We have some flashcards, a PowerPoint book, staff modeling goals, or a modeling cheat sheet is what I like to call it, and then also a recipe template. So we'll go through those. All right, so this is the icon model. Icon model. I'm going to make it big. So you can see on the front here, we have some examples on how to do it, and this is what it will look like. Again, this is just really great for communication partners so that they can remember which buttons to press when they're modeling on the device for the students. So I always have to remind parents and teachers that you don't have to say every word on the device. You want to use those core words or use those words that you're specifically teaching. So let's say do you want more is what I would verbally say, but I may just say more on the device right here. So let's do a couple of these. And again, you have this as a template, so you could pop in whatever it is that you want to have your staff or for yourselves to remind yourself those things that I say, what icons will I use here. So maybe on it's time to eat. Open ChatEditor. Maybe I would just say time, or I might just say eat, but I'm going to do time and then eat. Oh, I got that clear button in there again. I do that a lot. Home. Now capture. Time. Eat. Copy that to clipboard, over to my Word document, and right here I'm just going to paste. Nice and complete in there. All right, so the next one is put the books away. And maybe I just want to say put away. So if I open up my ChatEditor, I'm going to undo capture, go back home, now capture, and I'm going to do put away. That may be one we just did a minute ago. Copy to clipboard, flip over here to my Word document, and put away. Okay. And then maybe let's finish up. I might just do finish on this one, depending on the level of my student. So just right here, I might just say finish and copy that. Finish. Okay. So again, a great tool for enhancing modeling and reminding those communication partners what to say. All right. I'm going to show you, go run through these real quick, and then you can pick maybe one to do. We're going to start with our flashcards, and who doesn't love flashcards? We have a template for a recipe and then also a template for a PowerPoint book. So our flashcard templates, you can use, you can use flashcards for anything. You can play memory, go fish, all kinds of different activities. There's some ideas here for you on the first page. This one has to do with core words. So it is built, here we go, with core words in mind. And they're two-sided. So it has the core words here. What I want to do first is put in that vocabulary name so I know which vocabulary I'm using. Word, power, 60, basic. And then I'm just going to pop in those core words, and then I'll be able to print them off. So if I go to ChatEditor, the first one is go. Copy that to clipboard. I can pop it in. There's go. And the next one is stop. Copy to clipboard. And paste. More. Copy to clipboard. Paste. Oh, and for me, I need that to be the same. So I'm going to make some modifications in my document there. And then do is the last one. Do. Copy to clipboard. Paste. And that one's not even either. There we go. You have all the full pages there and they're front and back. So you would have this cute little logo on the back. So those are flashcards template. The next one is a PowerPoint book, and PowerPoint books are so great. They're interactive. You can use them on an iPad. You can modify them to your individual's interest, make pictures of them in there to make them more meaningful and motivating. So here's an example of an opposites book. So I'm going to pull that up. So here you can see we have an example page, finding an image, maybe from Google, writing in the text, and then putting your chat down here. So this is up. You can put a single word maybe, or maybe you want to do a button sequence where you have go up and have all of it there. So cute little picture of her. I'll show you. Oh, I forgot I got it here. So go down. I just pulled a picture of a slide and added those there. Again, you can type in your vocabulary there so you have that and your book is ready. You may print that. You could send it to PowerPoint on your iPad, like I said, do it on a smartboard, and they can follow along. A really great resource if you don't already know about Tar Heel Reader. It's one of my most beloved resources. Lots and lots of books that are already made. You can be really specific if you're looking for something. Maybe you have a kiddo that loves Thomas the Train, or I'm sure there's probably new books out there about, what's the new Ugly Dolls movie. I always loved it to have my students write their books because there's a whole library of photos, and they would write their own books and publish it, and we'd print it, and then we could add their symbols to it. So Tar Heel Reader is fabulous. There's the link right there. And the last one I have to show you is our recipe template. Really great for adolescents, maybe older students doing some functional activities. This is something easy like snack mix, but it will show you how to add in the ingredients. Let me get my recipe template up. I know, sorry that's making you crazy. So what are we going to make today? You would again enter your vocabulary name here. Maybe I'm going to, let's see, I can insert my picture. I have a picture of trail mix here. I'll show you how I did that. I just found some pictures on the web. Oh, not going down, silly me. Insert picture, trail mix. Okay, so there's my trail mix, whatever it is that I'm gonna make. Here I'm going to make, and I want to add in snack here. So I'm going to open up my chat editor and I'm just going to do snack. So I know groups, food, and then snack. Copy that to clipboard. over on my template, I can paste that in. So we will make a snack. What do we need? And here's a place for your ingredients. So in our trail mix, we needed pretzels. I'm going to copy that one. Pen and pretzels. And who doesn't love M&Ms in their trail mix? I'm going to add in candy. Copy that to my clipboard and paste that in. Okay. What I do love most about this template is that once you have all of your instructions, your ingredients, there is a place at the end where you can have how they felt about it. Did they like it? They didn't like it? So a way for them to interact and have opinions, which is a really great communication purpose. All right. So now you are completely armed with lots and lots of ideas. Anybody want to share anything that they thought of while they were doing this? We have just a few minutes. I may here show my webcam, which I should have done at the beginning to introduce myself. So I'll do that now. Hello, everybody. And let me get rid of that. Since we have a few minutes, I'm going to show you a couple things that I've made using ChatEditor. Again, it's just super fun. My son is super into Star Wars, so we have lots of Star Wars books. And this Star Wars book is so great because it has just single pages on there. So this is Yoda with teacher. And I just went and made a communication partner page for it. So this has all of the different words. So teacher is here. So the sequence for teacher. So this would just be a companion for the individual or the partner while reading this book. So this Star Wars book is so cute. So faux is not a word that was in there, but I think I used mean because Darth Vader was mean. And then kiss. Okay. So that's super fun. I also love to adapt books. So this is It Looked Like Spilled Milk, which is an old favorite. And I just made the symbol supports. It has that great repeating line, but it wasn't. And I just used packing tape and put them on the book. That is It Looked Like Spilled Milk. Anybody else share any ideas? Here's a PowerPoint book that I made. I love dogs. And just printed it out. Long dogs, fat dogs, funny dogs, and I just found pictures on Google. So lots and lots of fun things to do. I'm going to stop showing my cam. So if there are any questions and you want to learn more, our support training on our website is really great. There are, again, all of our webinars are recorded. There are some more live webinars coming up in the next couple weeks you might want to sign up for. We have real quick, short video tutorials. This is where you can also find your consultant for your state. You can schedule an in-person training. Just go to Find Your Representative. You can type in your zip code or click on your state, and you'll find that information with their contact information. And then lastly, again, all of our videos, our recorded webinars, and there's my information with a couple more resources about funding and technical support. So I hope you learned something today. I hope you are armed and ready to go use ChatEditor and make some great fun things for your patients, your clients, your children. Again, it's just a really great tool. I think that it's useful for anybody who needs symbol supports and visual supports. So I'll stay on here for a few minutes. We're about 5 minutes early. If anybody has any questions or needs anything, remember to fill out your ASHA form and return that within 15 days, making sure that you fill in today's date. You will get an email today following with all of the information in your certificate. I will stay here for a minute, but otherwise, thanks for joining us today.